Tonight, endangered no more. Gray wolves are removed from a federal list protecting them. We're digging into what that means. And the battle for key Midwest states grows more intense as the president and Joe Biden make pit stops in key battleground states. Plus, dealing with the surge, the Badger State opens a dozen of new testing sites statewide as coronavirus cases continue to soar.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 10.
Good evening, I'm Natalie Grant. Kristen and Tony are on assignment tonight. Thanks for joining us. The Trump administration Thursday removed gray wolves from the endangered species list, meaning they're no longer federally protected. Northland farmers and ranchers are celebrating. CBS 3's Kendall Jarbo spoke with one of them today who says this move is long overdue.
Joe Kopik is a cattle farmer in Meadowlands, north of Duluth. For decades, he's dealt with wolves killing his calves.
It's an ongoing battle, sometimes 3-4 years in a row and then nothing for a while.
Until Wednesday, gray wolves were protected under the Endangered Species Act, meaning only government agents could legally kill them.
The wolves come and eat our calves and you don't get nothing for it.
When a farmer's animal is killed by a wolf, they get reimbursed, but only if they find evidence, which is often hard to do.
You can't find tracks. You can't find a piece of the calf. If you can't find that, like a fresh kill, you don't get paid for the calf or nothing. You know, you just lost out on it.
These photos were taken on Kopik's farm after the rare occasion evidence of the wolf kill was found. A dead calf and then federal trappers taking out the wolf. But after losing dozens of calves, Kopik set up trail cameras to help gather evidence.
Yeah, we've got probably 5, 6, maybe 7 cameras out, you know, where we can watch different angles of everything, you know, so we know when they're coming through.
Now, the gray wolf is off the endangered species list, no longer requiring federal protection. Something that makes Kopik feel better about his cattle.
Oh, heck yes. Very happy. Yeah, it's about time. They should have done that years ago.
Now, government agencies will monitor the gray wolf population for 5 years to ensure the continued success of the species. Meanwhile, not everyone is happy about the delisting. Minnesota group Howling for Wolves released a statement in opposition of removing the wolves' protections, saying it spells trouble for the future of the species here and across the Great Lakes. The Minnesota DNR estimates the state's current wolf population to be around 2,700 animals. Wisconsin's outdoors officials say that the state has about 1,050 wolves. Turning things over to Dave for a quick look at the weather. You know, it was a little chilly today, but not too bad from what we can see in a couple months here.
Yeah, technically it was chilly, but when the sun was out, it felt warmer. And so let's see what the real tale of the tape was with a look at the high temps that came around today. And we first keep in mind the normal high is 45. So Ashland and Superior got pretty close to that, and Hayward wasn't too far off the mark, but only the upper 30s for much of the inland parts of northern Minnesota, 40 in Hermantown and at Duluth International Airport. We're going to get a little bit closer to normal tomorrow at the price of the blue sky. There's a low-pressure system coming our way, which will bring us a 30% chance for precip on our Saturday, but it should already go away and be dry by Sunday. So the weekend forecast says tonight partly cloudy, but not cold, low of 30. Then tomorrow around 42 degrees with that 30% chance for a rain-snow mix. Then partly cloudy and cooler by Sunday. But that's just a one-day break before things mellow out temperature-wise towards a warm spell by Monday. And we'll talk about the duration of said spell coming up in a few more minutes.
All right, thanks, Dave. The president and Joe Biden both campaigned in Minnesota yet again. Today, President Donald Trump's stop was much different from how his previous visits looked. Here's a video of the crowd of 250 people spaced out and socially distanced. That's a dramatic change for the president's massive rallies over the last 7 months of the pandemic, where thousands of people have been packed together. But this time, due to the state COVID restrictions, the crowd size at the Rochester event was capped. Only the first 250 people were admitted, while the rest of his supporters were sent to an overflow area. Now, shortly after arriving, President Trump took aim at Governor Tim Walz over the crowd size limit at the rally.
It's a shame what the governor did, and that's why they're going to lose Minnesota, just like he did with Minneapolis, where they didn't know what they were doing. They're going to lose Minnesota. We're going to win Minnesota. But this should be a lesson. He wants to silence people. This should be a lesson. The governor doesn't know what he's doing.
Now, the rally was expected to bring in about 25,000 people before the state insisted it be capped at 250, consistent with current COVID protocols. Meanwhile, Democratic nominee Joe Biden spoke at this drive-in rally at St. Paul earlier this afternoon. Amid honking instead of cheering, Biden called for Minnesotans to vote in DFLers to the state Senate. He also shared his plans for affordable health care. He says he wants to make that a guarantee for all Americans.
It's unconscionable that Donald Trump, from the day he got elected till right now, he's fighting in court to rip that peace of mind away from tens of millions of Americans. But we're not going to let him do it.
Biden also made stops in Milwaukee as well as Des Moines, Iowa today. And with the dueling campaign stops, supporters of both candidates were out in full force. Groups of supporters for each could be seen mixed together, carrying flags and signs supporting their candidate. From Minnesota, Biden went off to Wisconsin. The president's Rochester rally was his last one of the day after making a stop in Green Bay and Detroit. And with just 5 days until Election Day, Duluth city leaders are urging people to deliver their absentee ballots by hand instead of mailing it in, making sure it gets received on time and counted. This comes after the Minnesota's 8th Circuit Court of Appeals ruled all ballots must be received by the clerk's office no later than 8 p.m. on Election Day. Now, originally, that deadline was a week later. You can drop off your absentee ballot inside of the City Hall building from 8 to 4:30 Friday and Saturday. Monday, they will also be open 8 to 5. You can also drop it off at the City Hall drive-up drop box that's located 24/7. It's open 24/7 rather, and it's located on the 2nd Street parking lot. If you decide last minute you'd rather vote in person, that's okay too.
If you did receive a mail ballot and you've decided that you don't want to return that mail ballot, you can still go vote in person. You can come to City Hall and vote in person here, or you can go to your polling location on Election Day.
Now, the city says that they have protocols in place to make sure someone's vote does not get counted twice. Meanwhile, early in-person voting ended in Wisconsin today, but you still have a chance to make sure your voice is heard. You can bring your absentee ballot to a local drop box. You can also vote in person at a polling place on Election Day. Superior will have 5 polling places open with COVID-19 safety precautions in place. But no matter what, all ballots in Wisconsin have to be received by 8 p.m. on Tuesday. New at 10, Minnesota's governor met with the Fond du Lac tribal leaders today on the reservation. Governor Tim Walz toured facilities and discussed issues impacting the band during his visit. Walz says sitting down to talk things out benefits everyone. They also followed COVID guidelines. Hundreds of workers could soon be heading back to the only Iron Range mine still idled amid the pandemic. Now, in a conference call today, U.S. Steel leaders say that they are looking towards restarting Keetac. They say that there was some improvement in the company's third quarter earnings report. The iron ore pellet facility in Keewatin shut down 6 months ago due to impacts on demand for steel. U.S. Steel's president and CEO's message this morning was layered with optimism.
We believe market strength will continue through the first quarter of 2021. We believe market conditions can last and are confident about our performance for the rest of the year.
About 375 employees have been laid off while the mine sits idle, while other Iron Range mines also shut down and laid off workers during the pandemic. Keetac is the only one that hasn't come back online. Minnesota has broken another daily COVID-19 record. Health experts reported a single-day high of nearly 3,200 new coronavirus infections. 18 more people died. The state also reported nearly 740 hospitalizations, which is another single-day high. Almost 180 people are in intensive care. Meanwhile, Wisconsin is opening more COVID-19 testing sites to help deal with the state's surge in coronavirus cases. Governor Tony Evers says that the state's health department will open 71 more community testing sites through December 10th. Wisconsin's National Guard troops will administer the tests, which will be free and open to the public, while the sites will be able to test up to 48,000 people per week. Governor Evers says that the widespread testing is only part of the solution.
Testing is not a silver bullet for stopping this virus. It's a supplement, not a replacement for all the mitigation efforts we need to have in place to stop the spread and save lives.
These new testing sites will be funded through the federal coronavirus relief dollars. Still to come on live local CBS 3, once in a blue moon, why tomorrow's celestial skies will look a whole lot brighter.
Record high temp for today is 73 degrees from 19.1. Of course, we made it a little more than halfway there at 40 today. We'll get a hair closer to a record tomorrow, but only a hair, low 40s. But that could set the stage for a bigger warm-up next week, and we'll talk about that right after our break.
Season 2 is
The
here,
Kelly
y'all.
Clarkson Show, weekdays at 3 on CBS 3.
Okay, Mr. Medicare figure-outer. One last question. What's the cost?
For many, Part A is free. Cost goes up the more parts you add. But UCare has Medicare Advantage plans that come with everything you need.
Sounds good. And so does your bike. Now.
Yeah, thanks to you, she's purring like a kitten on a bed of yarn.
Well, that's a new one.
Yeah, I just made it up. You can steal it for your bike shop.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
We've been through a lot this year, and it all feels so personal. Your health and your family's well-being, the businesses you built, your kids' education. So many of you have told me that you want us to move forward, get this virus under control, rebuild American manufacturing, support innovation and small businesses, make America work for all of us. I'm Tina Smith, and I approve this message because we get it done when we work together.
They want to ban planes and cars, even cows. And who's extreme enough to help them do it? Radical liberal Quinn Nystrom. Their plan would abolish mining, kill manufacturing, cost trillions of dollars, and destroy thousands of jobs in Minnesota. Quinn Nystrom and her extreme allies will stop at nothing to enact their radical agenda. Stop Quinn Nystrom and stop them from destroying our way of life.
I'm Pete Stauber, and I approve this message.
To fix the economy, we have to get control over the virus. We need increased federal support for testing, doubling the number of drive-through testing sites. It's a simple measure. Everyone needs to wear a mask in public. We need real plans, real guidelines with uniform nationwide standards. It's a simple proposition, folks. We're all in this together. We got to fight this together. We'll emerge from this stronger because we did it together. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Let our professional relocation team help make the transition from your old house into a new home as stress-free as possible. Call today for an on-site estimate to identify your family's specific relocation needs. Schedule and manage your job with one of our friendly office staff. The day of the job, our professional and courteous movers will safely and efficiently protect and transport your goods with the aid of new technologies and equipment, but with the same old-fashioned service you know and trust.
Moving is hard. Calling A1 Movers is easy.
The Kelly Clarkson Show, right here.
Weekdays at 3 on CBS 3. Now, the CBS 3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
It was a gorgeous day today. Clouds here and there, back and forth between blue sky and a little bit of white cloud. Now at sunset, it turned into orange sky and bluish cloud. Still a gorgeous night. This is what it looked like over Lake Vermilion, just outside of Sedan, courtesy of Christine Jonas. Tomorrow may not be so pretty. Clouds are going back up to a thicker note, and from those clouds, we do get a chance for perhaps a little bit of snow up towards Sedan, and maybe for the South Shore too, thanks to a little lake influence. The rest of us could get a little bit of rain, and we'll talk about the odds in just a bit. But first, let's talk about the current conditions coming in from Duluth International Airport. Temperature is 34 degrees. Relative humidity 70%, and a wind, well, it's from the south and it's going 10 miles per hour. And one reason we're going to get a little bit closer to normal temperature-wise tomorrow is because, of course, of that southerly wind. Air pressure at the moment starting to nudge towards the higher side at 30.16 inches of mercury, but that's only going to be temporary with a new low coming aboard Barometer readings should go down at least through Saturday before going up again on Sunday when it clears up. Current temps 28 to 33 in the Upper Peninsula, 29 to 32 in northwestern Wisconsin, the 29s along the South Shore, 32 just a little bit farther inland, 34 right now in east central Minnesota. North Shore numbers are running 25 on the cool side to 40 on the warm side, at least right by the lake in Grand Marais. And then low 30s are governing the northern parts of Minnesota from the Canadian border to the Vermilion Range and then to the Mesabi. Low temps here tonight, probably staying fairly warm because of that south wind, bottoming out around 30 rather than like 7 like Ely had here this morning. So it is warming up at least for a little while. There'll be a slight turn down in temperatures again come Sunday, but then we'll go roaring back on Monday to a warm spell that could last the week long. Right now, at this hour, a few clouds in the sky, as we battle back and forth between today's high and the approaching low pressure system. Tomorrow, the clouds should get thicker, and this approaching low then should bring us a 30% chance for precip. Along the Canadian border, there's a chance for a little bit of snow. For the rest of us, a chance for a little bit of rain. How much snow could stick if the rain and snow could stick? We'll take a look at about an inch in northern Minnesota here. And then for the South Shore and the snow belt, it could go 1 to 3 inches there, again, thanks to the lake influence, and not much for the rest of us. And by Sunday, it should be gone. And here's what comes around then. Tonight in Minnesota, lows near 30. And in Wisconsin and Michigan, lows near 30. For tomorrow, Wisconsin and Michigan gets the 30% chance for the rain showers and the lake effect snow in the snow belt with high temps in the mid-40s. For Minnesota, we're eyeing up a range of high temps from 40 to 45 with a 30% chance for the precip there as well. And now the big news, of course, on the 7-day forecast, Natalie, is the warm spell coming our way. Not Sunday, but it starts Monday. Monday through Thursday, even Friday, 45 to 55 degrees.
All right, thanks, Dave. Halloween will be a little more spooky than usual this year. Tomorrow's night sky will be lit by a blue moon, the second full moon in that month. This will also be the first blue moon in the U.S. since March 2018. Now, despite its name, a blue moon is not necessarily blue. The phrase, once in a blue moon, usually means a rare occurrence that can either be lucky or unlucky. A local documentary is headed to Amazon Prime. Outsourced, the new Wisconsin idea takes a look at the 2017 program suspensions at the University of Wisconsin-Superior. Now, the immediate aftermath, the path that the university took to this decision, and all can be featured in the documentary. Director Megan McGarvey says that her team wanted to provide a time capsule of this event to show what this experience was truly like. The film will be available to stream or rent on Amazon Video starting tomorrow. Coming up ahead in sports, high school football highlights are coming up. It's Red Zone Live Night. Kelly's in next.
CBS3 live cams are brought to you by Kohler Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac. You're not just getting a car, you're getting Kohler.
For the past 10 years, Healthy Systems USA has been helping people lose weight. Are you ready to be next? Save $200 off a 2-month program and get free shipping. It's our 10th anniversary sale. Save $200 and free shipping at Healthy Systems USA. Order now.
Because of this, we built the most powerful Ford Explorer ever. Because of this, we built Ford Expedition with best-in-class towing. Because of this, we built Escape with Ford Copilot 360. And because Ford SUVs are built for this, you made Ford America's best-selling brand. Now get $5,000 total cash on Escape. That's $5,000 total cash, only at your local Northland Ford dealer.
Hello, I'm Steve Little with Bath Planet. For the month of October, we are offering free installation for bathtub, shower, safety tubs, and surrounds. Get your dream bathroom with free installation. As always, you can still get one of our great financing options for low monthly payments, or 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments until 2022. This offer ends October 31st, so call us today or go online to book your appointment to take advantage of this amazing offer. Bath Planet, out of this world service, down to earth price.
What do you get when you add care from Essentia Health and coverage from UCare? Essentia Care, now available for a more affordable price. Essentia Care's Medicare Advantage plans have premiums that start at $0 per month in select counties. You'll be able to see your Essentia Health provider at our 15 hospitals and 71 clinics. Plus, Essentia Care plans allow you the freedom to see any provider who accepts Medicare. Compare and shop plans at ucare.org/EssentiaCare.
I'm Quinn Nystrom, and I pay $600 a month for 2 vials of insulin, and that's with insurance. Meanwhile, drug company profits go up and up. It's why I refuse to take their money for my campaign. But Pete Stauber has taken tens of thousands of dollars from corporate interests and voted 5 times against lowering the cost of prescription drugs. I approve this message because I know we literally can't afford Pete Stauber in Congress.
Watch Jeopardy at 4:30, followed by CBS3 Live at 5 on Live Local CBS3.
For the past 10 years, Healthy Systems USA has been helping people lose weight. Are you ready to be next? Save $200 off a 2-month program and get free shipping. It's our 10th anniversary sale. Save $200 and free shipping at Healthy Systems USA. Order now.
My 95.7 is the Northland's best variety all day. From Ed Sheeran and Maroon 5 to Lady Gaga and Bryan Adams. Always family and office friendly. My 95.7, your life, your music.
And from all of us at Live Local CBS3, have a safe and happy Halloween. The Kelly Clarkson Show, weekdays at 3 on CBS3.
Happy Friday, folks. Welcome into another edition of Red Zone Live. If you're a Gopher fan just joining us from the Gopher Maryland game, I'm so sorry, but we're glad you're here. I'm your host, Kelly Inseth. A lot of quality high school football on the docket tonight. High school football. We'll get to the college football in a little bit. Let's get right to it. Starting at nearby, I'm a huge fan of the football under the sunshine. Earlier action from today as Duluth East hosted Proctor. Picked things up late in the first quarter. Rails with possession. Evan Chikalski steps back, fires one for a man downfield, but instead of finding his man, he's picked up by Jaden Muller, which sets up this pretty darn nicely. Aaron DeBear takes the handoff, goes to the outside, and he gone 53 yards to the house at 7-0 Greyhounds. Final minute of the opening quarter now. Austin Ovdahl makes a couple tacklers miss, cuts back, breaks some ankles, and takes this one all the way. This one covers 66 yards. Extra point, no good. Duluth East takes a 13-0 lead, and the Greyhounds just too much. They win this one 33-17. Meanwhile, Cloquet earlier tonight looking to make it 4-0 against the new turf at Hermantown. The Hawks looking to bounce back after a tough loss last week. We jump straight to the second half. Cloquet threatening Alec Turnbull. Winds one up to Will Turnbull, and that's a dime. The Turnbull connection puts the Jacks up by 9. It takes Hermantown just 2 plays to respond, both of which were Gavin Blomdale carries. They get the extra point to bring it back to a 2-point game. Ensuing Lumberjacks drive, they're forced to punt, but on Halloween Eve, they were feeling a little freaky. Big punt. Hermantown will have none of it. What a play by Daniel Walsh. I'll take it. It turns into this, a 25-yard field goal. Kevin Couillard finishes it off. Who says there aren't kickers in northern Minnesota? There certainly weren't any in Maryland tonight for the Gophers. Hermantown takes a 31-30 lead. They hold on for that entire fourth quarter with 17 seconds to go. It comes down to 4th and goal from the 8. Turnbull's pass is broken up at the goal line by Mitchell Warmington and picked off by Bo Jansing. That'll do it. Hermantown wins by a point, 31-30, the final. And back to the sunshine. More football under the sun. Mora making the trip up I-35 to take on Esco. First quarter, Mora strikes first. Kobe Swanson takes the handoff right up the middle, goes 48 yards for the game's first points. 2-point conversion good. It's 8-0. Still in the first, Esco trailing 14-0. Brock House gets the pitch and shows off his speed, then will dive into the end zone to cut the Mora lead to 8. Now to the second quarter. 4th and goal, Mora's Caleb Anderson throws a perfect ball to Ben Wright in the back of the end zone, and Mora never looked back from that point as they win this one 40-18 over Esco. In Proctor, the 1-2 Barnum Bombers facing off against the 2-1 Deer River Warriors. A fumble recovery would set up Barnum early in the first. Then Max Moore gets the goal line carry, breaks the plane for 6. Bombers take an 8-0 lead. Very next drive, Deer River says, Let me match that. Blake Fox on the bootleg connects with Rhett Munt in the end zone, and we're tied at 8. Too early in the second, Barnum once again in the red zone. They go Wildcat. Willie Richardson receiving the carry. He fights his way in for another Bomber touchdown. The back and forth would ensue. In the end, Deer River takes it 36-28. Well, stick around. Still plenty of action to get to. You are watching Red Zone Live on CBS3. Full moon tonight.
The Kelly Clarkson Show right here.
Weekdays at 3 on CBS3.
First, the radical left came after Republicans like me.
Then the radical left came after police officers like me.
Now, they're coming after you. We live in dangerous times. That's why I'll always defend the police and your Second Amendment right to defend your family. Tina Smith has already voted against both. I'm Jason Lewis, and not only do I approve of this message, I guarantee it. Not bad.
Let's keep practicing.
They want to ban planes and cars, even cows. And who's extreme enough to help them do it? Radical liberal Quinn Nystrom. Their plan would abolish mining, kill manufacturing, cost trillions of dollars, and destroy thousands of jobs in Minnesota. Quinn Nystrom and her extreme allies will stop at nothing to enact their radical agenda. Stop Quinn Nystrom and stop them from destroying our way of life.
I'm Pete Stauber, and I approve this message.
I'm running as a proud Democrat, but I will govern as an American president. I'll work with Democrats and Republicans. I'll work as hard for those who don't support me as for those who do. We will act on the first day of my presidency to get COVID under control. We'll act to pass my economic plan that will finally reward work, not wealth in this country. We'll act to pass my health care plan to provide affordable, accessible health care. And we'll act to restore our faith in democracy and our faith in one another. With our voices and our votes, we must free ourselves from the forces that pull us apart, hold us down, and hold us back. And if we do so, we'll once more become one nation, under God, indivisible, a nation united, a nation strengthened, a nation healed. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
We remember your name. Hi, Cheryl.
Hello.
Because it's your name. That's simple human sense.
Ask J3 Insurance in Duluth if auto owners make sense for you.
If you hunt waterfowl, help stop the spread of aquatic invasive species. Clean off plants, animals, and mud from boats, trailers, waders, push poles, and decoy anchors when leaving the water. Drain your boat and decoys and leave plugs out while traveling. These steps are simple, and they help stop aquatic invasive species.
You work hard for your money and deserve to see it go the extra mile. Join us Wednesday mornings and hear from local experts on tips to better manage your finances in Eye on Money on live local CBS 3. Brought to you by MPPL Financial.
Welcome back into Red Zone Live. Let's head to our director, Ryan Scorch's alma mater, shall we? Duluth Denfeld hosting Hibbing. He's in the booth right now. He's smiling from ear to ear. Both teams looking for their first win of the season. Hunters up early and looking to add more. Running back Keyshawn Beckham plunges into the end zone. Denfeld leading 22-0 in the second. Hibbing trying to get on the board at the end of the quarter. 4th and goal. Running back Josh Cavella denied by the goal line. Big play by the Hunters defense. Before the end of the half, Denfeld keeps on charging. Keyshawn Beckham scores again. Ryan almost run over there. Hunters with the big 30-0 lead at halftime. Into the third, the Denfeld running attack is not slowing down. This time it's Carter Kilroy stretching it over the goal line from 6 yards out. Denfeld finally getting their first win since 2018. Congratulations, Ryan, with a commanding 50-20 win over the Blue Jackets. And a pair of winless teams hungry for their first win. McGregor hosting Isle. The Mercury's making a statement on their very first drive. Willie Glunz goes play fake, heaves it deep to a wide open Drew Dean. They'll take that every time. McGregor takes an 8-0 lead. Isle not backing down, though, on the goal line. Tegan Hagberg, with a nice couple of cutbacks, eventually finds his way in. That score would tie the game at 8. But the McGregor offense was just clicking on all aspects. Drew Dean strikes again, this time on the misdirection. He cuts up the field and scores, giving the Mercury the lead. McGregor gets their first win, 53-28, the final. Well, last week, the Minnesota Golden Gophers were hoping to upset Michigan at home, but instead they ended up being crushed, 49-24. Now, tonight, the Maryland Terps weren't even competitive in a 40-3 loss to Northwestern last week. So the Terps have lost 8 straight games to Minnesota going back to last season, coming into tonight. Terps take a 14-0 lead early in the first. Luckily, the Gophers got a stud, and running back Muhammad Ibrahim gets it on 1st and goal and curls around right into the end zone for the 3-yard score. The Gophers continue to ride that horse into the second. Ibrahim finds the end zone for the second time on the night as he punched it in straight up the gut from 2 yards out. Terps now driving, but Talia Tagovailoa pass is tipped by Boy Mafi, and it falls into the hands of the big man D'Angelo Carter for the interception. 2 plays later, Muhammad Ibrahim cashes in on his 3rd touchdown of the game to tie it at 21. Now, Golden Gophers take the lead when they hand it off to Ibrahim again for his 4th score of the half. He becomes the first Minnesota player with 4 touchdowns in a game since 2003. Minnesota takes their first lead of the game, 28-21, heading into the half. It sounds like it's really going to go well, doesn't it? Nope, they lose on an overtime missed field goal. The Terps come back and win it, despite all those touchdowns from Muhammad Ibrahim. Moving on to more disappointments, 2 NFL teams have reported positive COVID-19 tests among their ranks. According to ESPN, a Minnesota Vikings linebacker is one of them. He's reportedly tested positive for COVID-19. The Vikings have had COVID-19 related concerns since playing the Tennessee Titans in Week 3, and the Vikes are scheduled to play the Packers on Sunday, hoping to get their 2nd win of the season. The Packers, of course, hoping to stay undefeated in the division. Well, stick around. We've got more Red Zone Live coming up after the break.
CBS3 closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health. Need a flu shot? Find flu booth dates and locations at essentiahealth.org.
For the past 10 years, Healthy Systems USA has been helping people lose weight. Are you ready to be next? Save $200 off a 2-month program and get free shipping. It's our 10th anniversary sale. Save $200 and free shipping at Healthy Systems USA. Order now.
Ready, set, internet. Extreme has the speed and price to get you online fast. Stop waiting and get going for as low as $19.99 a month for a year with speeds from 60 meg up to 1 gig. Powerful in-home Wi-Fi and 99.99% network reliability. Extreme has what you need to stay ahead and stay on track. Hurry and get Extreme Internet for as low as $19.99 a month for 1 year. Dial 844-EXTREME2.
It isn't always easy living in the Northland. Up here, we have to count on our neighbors and let them know they can always count on us. I have the honor of serving our community in the state assembly. Down there, I'm fighting to make healthcare more affordable and broadband more accessible. My opponent has other ideas. He wants to help companies like Foxconn give tax cuts and bailouts to billionaires, leaving us behind. I'm Beth Myers, and you can always count on me.
Cat Country 98.9. 1 Margarita, 2 Margarita. Duluth and Superior's country station is Cat Country 98.9.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Let's check in with meteorologist Caitlin Moffitt this morning.
And the below average trend
Thanks so much for joining us. So wake up with us starting at 5 a.m.
Watch Caitlin and Jenna in the morning at 5 and 6 a.m. on CBS 3.
Moving to mornings, obviously, with Jenna, I had worked weekends with her, and it was great. We're always there to be able to still joke around, still have that personality, but still obviously bring the news, the weather.
Caitlin has been there since day one when I first started at CBS3, and she's super knowledgeable about meteorology. She loves it, and she's so interested in teaching other people things about it as well. And I just think we're such a good pair for that reason.
Watch Jenna and Caitlin in the morning at 5 and 6 a.m. on CBS 3.
For the past 10 years, Healthy Systems USA has been helping people lose weight. Are you ready to be next? Save $200 off a 2-month program and get free shipping. It's our 10th anniversary sale. Save $200 and free shipping at Healthy Systems USA. Order now.
Season 2 is here, y'all. And yes, I am in an eye patch. How much more, Kelly, can it
The
get?
Kelly Clarkson Show, weekdays at 3 on CBS3.
Welcome back into Red Zone Live. Before we go, we're going to run through our top plays of the night. First play comes from this afternoon. Under the sunshine, Duluth East, Jaden Muller gets his head around for the heads-up interception. Very nice there to come up with it. That would lead to a touchdown. Our second play is from Hermantown. Cloquet running a fake punt, but Daniel Walsh will have none of it. Not only does he get the stop, he takes the ball with him. That led to the game-winning field goal. Very happy about the highlights we had for high school football tonight to make us forget about those Gophers going 0-2. Move on to next week. That's going to do it for Red Zone Live. Thank you so much for tuning in.